Hey, good morning, and we're live. Just down here with Lise at Burleigh in James Street, and thought I'd come on this morning and just say good morning because I had a pretty cool morning this morning. Like over the last couple of days, hey Lise, I have been discovering podcasts actually over the last couple of weeks. And so I've been watching a lot of crypto podcasts, and that has been fantastic for filling my cup with knowledge about what's going on in the crypto world. Hey Debbie, been learning a lot about what's happening in the regulation space and how all the governments are actually coming on board, and there's a lot of background work being done. But this morning I ventured into some other podcasts because when I fill my cup with all the crypto stuff, I do actually need to find balance. So this morning, or actually last night, I was trawling through podcasts and I saw that Mindvalley had a podcast, and I'm a huge Mindvalley fan. All of over the last 3 to 4 years, I've spent a lot of money on Mindvalley courses. Hey Nat, and I have I absolutely love what Vishen Lakhiani is doing and his Mindvalley team. So I joined the Mindvalley podcast. Actually, something I forgot to mention is that Lisa and I have started our own podcast as well. It is called The Love and Money Show, and you can find that on the podcast app in iTunes. So look up The Love and Money Show. We've only just done our first one, but you've got to start somewhere, and you've got to start with baby steps. So we've got our own podcast, listening to heaps of crypto podcasts, and have moved into Mindvalley podcast and actually filling up that spiritual side and that personal development side and refilling that cup as well. So I was listening to the podcast this morning, and the guy who was speaking, and I can't remember his name, sorry. Hey Trace. He was talking about how growing up, he absolutely knew that he wanted to be a film producer or in the film industry and making films. And so he got himself through school, got into the film academy or film and television school, whatever it was. Then when he got there, he realized actually that wasn't his dream. He wanted to live a life that was like the movies. That was his goal. And I think sometimes we get confused about what we want and what we think it is and what we really want. And one of the things that I've discovered is feeling. How you want to feel can actually clarify what it is that you want. So anyway, he goes on to tell the story about he didn't want to be a film student. He didn't want to make films. He wanted to have a life that was like the movies. So he thought to himself, what is the coolest movie I have seen? And he came up with The Matrix. And he thought, well, what's so cool about that movie? The cool thing was that Neo got out of the world of illusion and he got into the world of reality, and he decided to take the red pill versus the blue pill. And so this guy came up with the concept of creating his own red pill. So he got out some Tic Tacs and decided to take a pill and set the intention that he wanted to I can't remember what his intention was, but he wanted to live that life where he could have no limitations and be outside the matrix. So he did that, and what he discovered was all these thoughts and things came up for him, and he pushed through those barriers, and then he thought, he's going to try that experiment to see if it's going to work with his friends. So he did it with a few friends, and they had the same powerful realization that they could actually do whatever they wanted to do, but their thoughts were coming up against them. Then he took it a step further, and he decided to spread the message a little bit further, and he developed a 30-day plan where he sent out one of the tablets, a journal and a pen or whatever, a little package so that people could go on their own journey with it. And he was very clear that you're not actually getting a magical pill. You're getting either a Tic Tac, and I think he bumped it up to a multivitamin or something. So he did that, and people again were getting tremendous results because I don't know what it is about us as humans. we like to attach meaning to something, and to actually take a physical action of having a pill can make a difference for us, even knowing that that pill is a multivitamin or a Tic Tac. It's the symbolic action or symbolic, what have you, the physical thing to attach to our action. And so people were having great results. And then he thought, okay, he wants to take it a step further and not just go outside the matrix, but knowing how we're all challenged to live in this world and deal with the reality, but wanting to live our own world as well. So he then he thought, well, you know, what would happen if we mix the reality, the red pill and the blue pill, and you come up with a purple pill? So he then just got some rice powder or something and put that in a capsule and told everyone, you know, this is rice powder in a capsule and it looks purple. So we've combined the concept of the red pill and the blue pill. And again, taking that thought that you're setting your intention before you take the pill, and when I say pill, it's pill, and seeing how you react, and what thoughts come up for you in it. So a lot of people did that experiment as well. And then someone said to him, what if people don't believe? What if people don't believe in what you're doing? And so then he tells the story about, there's lots of people who don't believe. And there was one particular story about a guy who came along and said, yeah, look, I know you've got your rice powder in there and I don't believe it's going to work. But I'm going to do it anyway. I don't believe it, but I'm going to, you know, humor you and do it. And so the guy took the pill and he had a realization that in his life, his marriage was having a breakdown, and he realized that in saying that he believes the pill doesn't work, that's actually the language that he uses in his life. Like, I know this isn't going to work. And that's what he was telling himself about the marriage. And then he had the realization that that is his language, that's the pattern that he's created, and that actually he has an amazing wife and he's got a beautiful life and everything is working, but he's been looking at it all the wrong way. So that's the power of our thoughts and our language. And that was a really cool, story that I got a lot out of this morning. And so that's been my podcast journey for Friday morning. So on top of my crypto learnings, I'm actually balancing out my podcast learnings with my personal development and boosting up that spirituality as well to boost up the balance in my life. So that's what I wanted to share with you this morning. So just a good morning from me. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Hope that you get something out of that story and stop to think about what language you're using and what things you're telling yourself in your life, and seeing how that language is actually playing out in your life. So have a fantastic day and look forward to catching up with you again soon. Until then, ka kite anō.